Hey guys, how's it going? It's Steve here. What I'm gonna be doing here is a tutorial on how to create this image right here. Not the whole image, but just the yellow guy. The reason I'm doing this is because when I first started out doing Illustrator, there really wasn't much I could find that pertained to what I wanted to do. I pretty much was self-taught and just constant practice and messing up constantly. So I figured I would do this video to help people out that are wanting to get into this style of artwork. For the most part, it's pretty much just fills. There may be a couple pats or strokes in here, but for the most part, like I said, it's all fills. I'm using CC, so I'm going to be using the shape builder tool to save a little bit of time other than using the pathfinder options. But if you guys have an image of some sort, just follow along. I'll try to make this as fast as possible because I'm not for sure exactly how long the time constraints are on YouTube, but let's get to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my image here and just drop down the opacity quite a bit, probably around 30. That will work. And I'm going to drop the opacity down on this top layer here down to 70. Alright, get started. What I'm going to do is create a circle on top for the base of the head. And I'll cut off the stroke and be on the right layer. And hold down Shift and Alt to make a perfect circle. Alright, now what I'm going to do is, with the circle selected, with Alt held down, just drag it down to the bottom here, and I'm just going to crush it. And move it right about in place. Then I'm going to select the rectangle with M and grab the side of the circle right here, find out where the point's at that I need. There it is, the anchor, and bring it down to here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to duplicate this layer because I'll need some of those parts later on in a bit. For the most part, that's it as of right now. So I'm going to grab all this and go to the Pathfinder options and hit Unite. I'm doing this with the mouse to be fair with everybody else that doesn't have a tablet. But if you can grab a $50 tablet, it works wonders, especially in Illustrator. I work with the Cintiq, and your arm kind of tends to get in the way in Illustrator because you don't have the option, such as in Photoshop, to rotate the canvas around. So for this part here, we're going to, and granted, I'm not editing this video at all, so if I mess up, you're going to see me mess up, which I probably will quite a bit. I'm going to grab this and go to Object, Path, Offset, and we're going to bring this path in just a little bit by hitting the negative. And that's too far in. Yeah, I just guessed half the time for these measurements, and that is sure as hell not one of them I want. Let's go 9. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so with this top one selected right here, I'm just going to create a rectangle to about where I want to cut it off at, so you can see this break in the skin here. I'm going to grab that, hold down Shift and grab that, and then we'll cut it. That's all there is to that. Make that an odd color, then toss it behind. Now, create a circle here for the eye patch. And then you might want to pull out your boxers, palettes, whatever you want to call them out to make it a lot easier. Click in the center here, holding down Alt. And I don't want to add these just yet because it's easier to find the center point here. So what I'll do is this piece that I just made right here, I'm going to copy it, paste it in front, and change the color on that, and then just downsize it. And then I'm going to copy and paste it again. I'm using PC, so Control C and Control F to paste it back in front. And we're going to rotate it, hold down the shift, and we're going to add these two together. Alright, now these two pieces here, select these two and add them together as well. And I'm going to select that and hold down shift and rotate it. And with these two selected, Control Y gets you into, I call it frame mode, but it's whatever you want to call it. I'm going to grab it and rotate it with hold down shift. Alright, now we'll do the eye over here. L to grab the ellipse tool and just make an ellipse, I guess. And then holding down Alt, grab it and move it over, holding shift to constrain it. And what we'll do is we'll select both of these. And then for the shape builder, hold down shift and press M with both these selected, you'll get a plus and a minus. Well, if you hold down Alt, you'll get the minus. And what we're going to do is cut this piece out right here. And that's all there is to that. And we'll change that to black. Alright, now what we're going to do is cut out the mouth. Like I said, if you're following me, I mean, it's kind of hard to excite the image. I'm sure you can find it online somewhere to download. It's floating somewhere. But what I'll do is cut this mouth out right here. And for the pen tool right here, I'm just clicking. I'm not holding down Alt or any of that crap. So you get nice straight lines. And for this right here, you can either go to subtract, or you can use a shape builder. But then again, I think I did lose that. Nope, it's still up there. My bad. I lost this piece up here. And what we'll do is just, select an offset color for the back side. And shift, control, left bracket, we'll toss that in the back. Now, I mean, if you're anal about like everything being cut right, you can select the blue right here, Control C to copy it, and select this back piece, and then hit the minus, and then hit Control and F and paste it back in front. And I'll grab the ellipse tool and draw another circle back here for this hole. And we'll do the same here as we did over there. I mean, technically you could have actually just copied and pasted that, but it's totally up to you. Let's cut this out right there. Alright, now we'll work on the horns up here. Now, when I started here, to actually end this endpoint, you just click right here at the end of the path. And then I'll click the top and slowly bend it out. And click on the anchor point. And what I'm going to do, instead of just clicking on here and closing, I'm going to hold down Alt and then click and hold and then slowly pull it out. Then I'm going to select this horn here, then Control C, then Control F, then go to Object, Transform, Reflect. Hit OK, because we already made a copy of it. We'll bring it over here and just downsize it just a little bit. Then Control Shift Left bracket, and I'll drop it in the back. You can either just leave it as is, or like I said, you can simply just cut it right out. So Control Copy for this blue piece here, then select both, and then hit minus, then Control F to paste that back in front. Alright, I mean, it's going pretty quick here. What I'm going to do is lock this back here. This is going to be the skull. So Control and 2, number 2 will lock that. And what we'll do is start cutting this out here. Just to make it quick, I'm not going to do a lot of detail in this. Alright, then shift down to bring up the shape builder and hold down Alt. Just drag it across. Now for these parts back here, since we made a copy of the original, what I'm going to do is select the circle and go over here and drop it down so that'll be on top. And I'm going to make that an offset color as of for right now. Alright. Now for these, I'm going to lock all this right here. Control 2. Control Alt 2 will unlock everything as well. So for these drips, the easiest way to do it is just to create a circle with the L, then hit it, oh, I just forgot it, M, and hit the anchor point on the side and just drag that up. The best part about working with fills is you can snap to them pretty easily compared to stroke for doing something like this right here. So I'm going to click and hold shift, and that'll give us a nice curve out, and then just simply hold and just drag just to get the curves in. Snap onto that one, and then we'll click and hold down shift at the same time, then release. Then what I'll do is grab both these, all this right here. I'm going to lock this too so don't grab that, and then add it all together. Same thing really quick over here as well. Just add those two together. I'm just going to drag this one over and holding down Shift and Alt, excuse me, just downsize this and just put it there. Grab both of those and add them together. Now Control, Alt, and 2 is going to unlock everything. So I'm going to select the strip mark here and select the blue and hold Shift M to bring up the shape builder and subtract. A different way to do it in the Pathfinder is copy the blue piece right here, Control C, and then select the slime and then hit intersect, then Control F and paste it back in, and just hold Control and hit the left bracket button to bring it back one by one. And then simply we can just add some regular drip marks. Alright. Now, for the circle down here, I'm going to copy and paste it in front, and then hit V and grab it, and just hold Shift and Alt to bring it down, or downsize I should say, and change the color on it. And all we're going to do is hold down Alt and select it again, and just drag it up a little bit. Then select both, then Shift plus M, and hold down Alt, and cut that piece off. Alright, over here we'll make this ellipse here, or oval. And I want that to be ship brown. Alright, so line up on the path here, hold, or click and hold, then just drag out, click and hold and drag out. That's pretty much all the pen tool is. And I'm going to bring that to there. A lot of times, I mean, I won't even use, I'll just fudge it. Like, I'll go to this wireframe mode, Control Y, and just click on, just try to line up this as close as possible, so I'm not dealing with like a bunch of cutting and fine tuning. But I mean, sometimes you just can't get away from doing that. You actually have to go the long route. Hold Shift and drag it out, then click on that anchor point, come back over to the start, and select both of these and unite them. And make these crossbones really quick. Let's select green. Make 2 circles, Alt to drag it over, and we'll just draw the bones. Grab both of those and unite them, and Control C, Control F to paste it in front, and to hold down Shift, rotate it, and just unite them together. Alright, for the most part here we're done. We can start doing the color in it now. I'm not going to worry about the drip mark here unless, oh hell, I'll show you guys. So, like I said, for this right here, I'll actually just fudge this because I don't want to clip all that crap out. So I'll end that, and just drag and try to line that up as close as possible. Control Y. Holding down Shift, bring this back up, holding down Alt and click, works for me. And then what we'll do is drop a circle in here. Oh, it's not lined up right. So I'm just going to grab this circle here and just pull it over till it lines up. There. Grab both those and unite them. Control, oh, if I should have told you if you haven't done this yet. Control minus and Control plus is what brings it in and out. But I'm sure if you're doing this, I mean, it should be somewhat advanced in it, not total beginner. But if you are, good for you. Alright. So, I'm going to select this whole layer here and bring up the opacity to 100. And we'll see. This guy was yellow, so that was black. I know this crap was black here. Alright, so make that black, make this blue, pink, make that gray. So offset that color just a little bit. Let's see what it looks like underneath here. I can't even tell. It doesn't matter. Let's see, so what his insides are pink as of right now. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll add some gradients on here. Start giving it more life. So we'll grab that skull and lock that with Control 2 for right now. So I'm going to grab the main piece right here. Pull out your gradient palette. Drop some yellow on it. And we're going to pull out this black. You know what? Maybe. Come on. That yellow and then make that a little bit off. Make it a little bit darker. It's not going to look like the original one, but it might be too dark. That'll work. We should change the insides. Go with orange. I don't know if that's original or not, but we'll toss pink in there too. We'll select that and hit the gradient over here, gradient tool. Let's see. Then this one here. Hold down shift, just drag until you get the right color you desire. Actually, I'd make that black on that one. Yeah. Let's go with black. And we'll select this and I'll just do a gradient the same, but make it a little bit darker. A gradient the same color, but select that, hit I, just grab it. this right here, we'll do the same. Alright, for the horns, go with the orange. And what I'm going to do is make like a back shadow, cut it out. So click here and hold, just to give it an angle. Close it off and grab both. Shift M for the shape builder and hold Alt and just cut it off. I have my settings for what's it called? The transparency, you know, like normal, multiply and all that. I have hotkey set up for them. For multiply, I have it for Shift M, and for screen, I have Shift S. So I'll hit this and hit Shift. No, it's Shift D. My bad. Shift D for multiply. That's what I said before. Can't remember. I'll do the same over here as well. Grab both these, Shift F or Shift M for the shape builder, and hit Shift S for screen, at least for me. And let's drag this out just a little bit. I'm gonna drop the opacity down on these two. It's kind of high. Let's try 50. Still kind of bright. Oh, I think you can go lower. Actually, that might be too low for that one. Alright. So we'll do a shadow on this back here. I'm going to select the current gradient that's on it. And right here I want to hold down, or I'm going to click and hold, hit Shift. And I'm just going to make this random. I'm not too worried about how it really looks in the end. Then what I'll do is grab both and Shift M, Alt. Oh shit. Cut that off. Just like this, Shift M. No, Shift D, my bad. If you just change your sets to mine. Then shoot that to the back and bring it up slowly. Then we'll do the same for the front side. If you notice, like a lot of my work, I really don't rely on light sources. So my work is actually really random where the light's coming from. Alright, grab both of those and Shift M for the shape builder and cut it off. Grab both, hit Shift S. And bring the gradient in. Knock this down. Alright. Control H will actually hide it so you can see it better without all the crap around it. Now I'm just, excuse me, I'm just holding down Shift and just dragging until I get a decent enough highlight on it. And what we'll do down here, I'm going to copy this, the circle, and then I'm just going to paste it in front, just drag it over, and I'm just going to subtract it. Grab both of these and subtract, and hit Shift D if you took my settings, and then I'll come over here and hit Control F. Since we copied that, I'm going to paste it in front, and then I'm going to hold Control and hit the left bracket. Granted, that's a little too dark, but I'll see if I can fix it. Yeah, it's not all that bad. Let's see, if we're in here, I'm going to ungroup all this. And I'm going to throw a shadow in here. Just make that a little bit darker. And I'm going to copy. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just grab both of those. Because this actually might cut all the way through. Actually, it didn't. Okay. Sometimes if you grab too many pieces and use a shape builder, you try to cut one piece out, it'll cut all the way through the whole design. Alright, unlock the back piece here and bring that in, take that out, bring that in. She want a little bit darker. And just like anybody will tell you from any other tutorial, it's all about experimenting and figuring out what works for you best. And apparently that's not it right there. Alright, so what we'll do is grab this right here, this color, and I'm actually going to go something probably a little bit darker. Actually, I'll just grab yellow and just make it darker. And all I'm going to do is just find the anchor points and hit the path. Just as simple as that. I mean, if you want to go farther into it, I mean, you could do gradients on each one of these. Alright. It's kind of hard to see that in the back. So, alright, that skull looks kind of crappy. That's a little bit better. Alright, so what we'll do is add some blemish marks on it. Let's make it a little bit darker. And just toss a few of these up on here. I guess it's more than a few. And then I'll go grab that one and go to select, same, fill color. Just group those together, drop the opacity down to 50, maybe even lower. 15. being sets on top. I'm going to grab them all, Control Shift left bracket and right bracket, bring them back up, and I'm just going to add a little bit more to this skull here, more of a shadow. And I'll select that along with this. Shift M just to cut this piece off here. Then I'll Control Shift left bracket, throw them back, and Control right bracket to bring it back up. I'm going to drop the opacity down on this as well. Just go a little bit higher, maybe 10. Alright. Now if we'll throw this on here too, because on the bottom of this one I have, what's it called, this aura, whatever the hell you want to call it, at the bottom. And we'll throw that on there. Let's see. Alright. So for making that, what we'll do is we'll copy the circle down here, Control C, Control F, paste it in front, and bring it all the way to the top. Now what we're going to do is cut it right here and right here with the C. So let me grab this and cut it on the anchor point and right there too. And we're going to grab the bottom piece and delete it. Grab the pen tool and drag and hold shift so you can start making the wave or whatever the hell it is. Hold down Alt and click on the end point there and I'm holding down shift just to make it a little bit straighter. And then we can just add a gradient to it. Throw some blue on there too. And maybe green. Play this for a little bit. Well, let's make it pink and blue. Save some time. Alright, now what we'll do is lower the opacity on it. I mean, this works best if you, it'd look better if you actually had something behind it, such as the original had the bones coming out of it. Then what I'll do here with the same gradient, just add some highlights on it. Holding down shift and then clicking over here, shift S, and it looks like crap, so I'll just change that to white. Lower that down to about 30. Then hit I for the eyedropper and just grab the same appearance as that. And just to make it a little bit different. See how this turns out here. Grab both of these. Shift them. It's another way of doing it too. And grab this, put a couple dots on its head, and that's not going to look right. I'll have to make it just white. Alright. I mean, for the most part, I mean, that's pretty much it. Really quick, I mean, I could add the stroke on this one, which was white. For this here, I'll copy and paste it in front and go to add a blur to it. In fact, blur. I'll drop the opacity down on that too. So I mean, it takes a while to get used to this. I mean, if you're just starting out, but I mean, it's pretty simple. I thought about jumping over to Affinity because that's released now. It's in beta in Windows. I originally was going to get a Mac just for that because for how cheap it is compared to Adobe. But I mean, I'm with Adobe for another year now, so I'm gonna be sticking with Adobe products. But I mean, I hope this helps you guys out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments down below. In the meantime, have a good one.